Hi, in this video we're going to show you how to animate LOD1 using the skin modifier. This is going off the previous tutorial on how we showed you how to animate and get the Bogey into Trainz. So if you haven't watched that previous one, it's probably worth watching. We'll add a link in the description of this video or on the wiki. Just look for part 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to load up LOD1, so we'll close down LOD2. We'll keep our dummies. You can also use bones. You don't have to use dummies, but we're going to use the dummies since they're already set up and they're also animating. Makes it a bit quicker. And we go down to our LOD1, and under this LOD we are going to leave it as one whole mesh, and we're going to add the skin modifier. And we will add the 3 bones to this one mesh. We've got to edit envelopes and tick on vertices, and we'll select wheel 1 or wheel 0, sorry, which is this one. And what we want to do is we want to select all the vertices. Probably select everything first and turn this all down. Actually, let's select this one and turn it all up. So we select the body, and we're going to give all the weighting to the body. So none of these have any bearing on the wheels don't have any bearing on the mesh at all at the moment. So we select wheel 0. And what we want is we want to get all the vertices that control the wheel. So if we grab that many, and these ones, we go over to here, this one in there as well, and those ones, that should be all for wheel 0, and we'll bring the effect up on that. So you'll find that that wheel is now animating. Also you can see that it's not quite in the center, and that would be because we actually haven't adjusted. In the previous video we actually, sorry, I'll get rid of that modifier. In the previous video we actually brought everything up. As you can see there, this is at a different level. So that's the reason why. So what we do want to do is we want to bring our file up as well, so it's in the center. It should, maybe we can do it an easier way. Align, probably won't work. Let's give it a go. Yeah, it's not happy about that. Okay, we'll just do it manually for now. We want it to be in the center of that one. It's pretty close. Yeah, you really need to get it exact, but let's go for that for now since it's an example. And we turn off these. We don't need that. We don't need that one. We do need that one, and we go back to doing our skin. So we've still got it as one mesh. Go to the skin, add your bones, or your dummies in this case. Here we go. We will go up to edit envelopes, tick on the vertices, select all the vertices, and adjust the effect for all of them to be 100% on the main. And go to our wheel 0, select what we had before. Oh, too much. Need that one in there. This is obviously going to depend on your particular mesh, what you're selecting to animate. And then we increase the effect. That's better. It's not going all over the shop. We are getting a bit of a weird effect down there. What's going on? We may have... Oh, we've got some polys we probably don't need. You can see it twisting there. Look, you can do the cleanup. Only animate the things you want to animate. We're not going to probably see that so far away because we're going to be animating it so far away it's not going to matter. So I'm going to leave that alone, but you definitely want to clean that up so that you don't get some obscurities. I mean, you probably don't have to clean it up if you can't see it. And then we go to our other one. We grab the things we need. That would be the reason why it's obscure in the other one. I've grabbed the wrong things. Over here, get rid of those. There we go. That's going to be a lot better. And that should be it. So we go down to increase the effect. Should have everything we need now. Looking pretty good. And as we animate that, you can see there's no obscurity on this one. So we'll actually leave the obscurity in, just to see if we actually can see it. It'll be a good test, especially to show you that that's why LODs can be so... Oh, there is some obscurity actually, you can see it. Oh no, that's the old wheel. This is the new wheel. And there still is. There you go. Obviously got something attached to it. It's hidden still, so you're definitely not going to see it, and what's behind there. But that's just to show you that the distance for your LODs, nothing has to be perfect when you're talking about these distances. But for perfectionists out there, by all means, fix it up. So that's now got our animation working on our LOD 1 using a skinned modifier. Okay, so that's a different way of animating. This one's using the dummies, and you're putting the meshes as childs of the dummies, and some of the dummies as childs of other dummies. This one is using the skin modifier and animating that way. So let's make sure that works. So we select our only the things we want to export. Bogey LOD 1 is the one we're exporting for. Export selected. We're in the right asset. Bogey _ LOD 1. Yes, I do want to save that. I want these unticked. Animation on. Z up. Binary FBX. Export. Got the same error as last time, which still wasn't true. It still managed to work. And I will look into why that is. It's probably something I haven't changed. Perhaps in the mesh that it's not liking. I think it'll be okay for this example. So we delete that. We then go to our Bogey. This was the one we did, just checking. Yep, we just exported that one. And it's going to come up as LOD 1. Looks fine. We import that in, and fingers crossed. Yep, it's now imported that in. It's okay with it, and let's see if what it looks like on our vehicle first. See if we can see. Oh, there you go. The animation sometimes doesn't load, I presume. Oh, actually, my bad. We haven't actually named it. Anim. We need that file in there. So that file, provided you've obviously used the same bones and animation for each of the LODs, you only have to name one of your animation files anim.kin. don't need to obviously name them all because you can't. Yeah, they can stay in there. They're fine the way they are. They're not going to do any harm. So we'll save that. And then once it's saved, hopefully this looks correct now. It does. And you'll see that it should still look correct with LOD 0. I presume that would be LOD 1, sorry. We can test that when we get in game. Let's load up our session in driver. We just want to see how far it needs to go backwards to drop the next LOD in. Somewhere around there, I think. No, there. Yeah, there you go. You see the poly count dropped. So that's our next LOD. And we can probably tell by the, yeah, it changes a little bit, so we'll be able to see. Okay, so we're definitely probably using LOD 2 now, but we want to jump to around about LOD 1. Okay, and we'll start to go backwards. There we go. So you can see it pop there. So that's LOD 0, LOD 1. And go back a little bit further. And as we animate, you can see it animating. So that's just another way you can do it. You can do it with your skinned animation, skin modifier to animate as well. It's totally up to you how you want to go about creating your animations. But yeah, if you've got any other questions, please jump on the forums or in the video, in the comments of that, and we'll get back to you on it. Again, with your lowest LOD, it shouldn't have any animations. We'll actually probably do another video, and that's using LOD in the config.txt file, not in the .lm file, and that will be another little change that you might want to think about, because it's better performance if you don't use a .lm file. Again, thanks for watching, and look out for more videos on bogeys. Cheers.